Yo guys, and welcome back to this new video here on the channel. And on today's stream we're going to discuss the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency market because yes, today we have to go over some very crucial things we are seeing in the market. Today we're going to go over the Bitcoin pump we did get generated yesterday, what we're currently seeing, what we're currently experiencing in the market. As well, we are seeing a particular strong retest right now on the market on the 1 hour candles, and this could be of course for sure will lead towards a further continuation. And of course this pullback that we are right now getting in the market from last night of course is right now pulling back towards a range that I've been saying yesterday to you guys here on my Twitter spaces I did about yeah, we are right now looking for a very strong level where we could be starting to accumulate a new Bitcoin position of. We do still know it is weekend, so we're going to go over our weekend predictions, our weekend thoughts right now here, what we do personally think about the weekend and where the weekend could be potentially ending here. So we're going to talk about a lot of things here. Currently, up to the time of recording, Bitcoin is trading on $59,000, what is of course a beautiful target considering yesterday or 2 days ago we were trading on $55,000. So yeah, Bitcoin is bouncing back very strong here, and of course we do still have a CME gap around the 57.4k, what could be potentially spell some trouble here for Bitcoin as soon as we're going to go in towards the Monday. So on today's stream we're going to talk about all these things here, and let's jump right away in towards the content. So, first of all, let me talk a little bit about some trades I'm currently taking here. So, yeah, I'm still in the Bitcoin position here. It's in a minor profit here. If I'm going to as well look to some different positions, I currently am in an Algorand trade, and I am as well in a Cardano trade, because both of these assets here, Cardano and Algo, I am extremely bullish on those altcoins. And of course, I've been accumulating these positions in the recent market dip, and right now I'm for sure planning to keep these trades open for quite long here. Of course, depending on how the funding rates are going to look like. Let's say the funding rates are going to run up massively for Ethereum and for Cardano, I will be most likely exit my trades here, but that's of course still a thing for later to discuss. But let me right now first of all go into Bitcoin, because yeah, later on today's stream I'm going to go over a lot of altcoins. I'm going to go over Apex like I promised in the chat before. I will be going over Jewel, DeFi Kingdoms. I will be going about a lot of projects. I'm going to go over Cardano, Algo. I'm going to discuss everything, but first of all let me discuss with the lower time frames, and then every single chart is going to be in higher time frames, so we can be of course have a very good view about what Bitcoin is doing right now. Because what I always like to do here is just start with my analysis on lower time frames and then run up to our higher time frames to see if our thoughts are really correct here, what we are right now thinking. So first of all, what are we seeing? We're seeing a new consolidation pattern getting generated on the 30-minute time frame, and this is of course a pretty nice one because yeah guys, we're right now just 2 minutes live here, and personally I do expect that we're going to see this breakout of this symmetrical triangle on the 30-minute time frame live on today's stream here. That's going to be quite exciting here. I would most certainly love to see this. You could be even approach it on the 1 hour candles, but of course on the 30-minute candles you are seeing a little bit more significance, and we could be looking for a very strong breakout most likely live on the stream here, because yeah, this is going to be breaking out here in the let me say this correctly, yeah, 1 hour, maybe 1.5 hours from here on. So yeah, personally I do expect that the volatility of Bitcoin is going to be most likely into the stream here going to be run up massively. We do know it's still weekend, there could be a lot of manipulation going around here, but yeah, for sure looking forward towards how the stream is going to be ending, and for sure looking forward towards where we could be breaking towards on this this pattern here as well. This could be for sure lead towards an ever so slightly move here towards the upside for a 2.8% already here towards the 60.8k, what is going to be of course a very strong resistance target on the top side. Of course a breakdown will be resulting in a 2.8% correction towards the downside, and that could be leading of course towards ever so slightly lower targets here. It's 2.5% even, and that could be resulting in Bitcoin going back towards the 57.4k. What is as well the CME gap target? So that's of course a particular interesting target that we're right now aiming for. So yeah, looking forward towards where we are going towards right now here. So yeah, doing very good. So the chat is already saying good morning here, so good day my man. Yo guys, I mean yeah, of course yo guys, but yeah, welcome to the stream for everyone who's just tuning in here. Hopefully you're doing an amazing job here. As well, some people are talking about the bear flag that we are seeing right now on the 4 hour candles or whatsoever, so we're going to go over everything. So just give us a little bit of a second, because yeah, we have plenty enough time to discuss everything here on the market right now here. So as well, what are we currently experiencing on the 1 hour chart here? And this may be the most important chart I am currently looking for, because this chart is right now showing us something very crucial. Because yeah, yesterday while we were seeing this massive pump, I went live on Twitter. I've never done it before, so if you're interested in that here, and if you want to always stay up to date about the market, I should always suggest make sure to follow me as well on Twitter, because sometimes I do these live streams on Twitter or on Instagram or whatsoever. So please keep your eyes out on all my socials. as well. BYBIT, you can Bitcoin, you can clearly see here. Previous support target was, of course, this 58.7k range. This range provided this very strong support on the previous trend here, and since then, of course, we did saw some significant pushes towards the upside. While we were failing to hold on towards this level provided us resistance, and of course, we did clearly talked about this level on the stream several times here. And as I said to everyone out there, as long as we're not going to be above it, we're going to see a further continuation down here. And since we here have been, of course, trying to break through once again here, and we saw this massive bump towards the upside, yeah, it is looking particularly good right now here, and it is looking like a very bullish structure that we got generated here on the market, and that is, of course, a lovely thing to see here. And we did saw, of course, a major significant pump out of this through of this breakout. So yeah, once you're going to be breaking such a critical level of resistance and support, you do want to be seeing a breakthrough with a lot of volume coming in here, and you did clearly saw the volume running up. And of course, it was as well a particular big candle here, because Bitcoin rallied, of course, an approximately $1,700 in just a matter of course 1 hour, and that's of course a 3% rally in just a matter of 1 hour 60 minutes. So that was of course a particular crazy run up here that Bitcoin got generated. But since breaking through that level here, I told everyone out there already, this level, if we're going to close this 1 hour candle above it, this level is going to be providing support. So previous resistance support flipped into resistance. Once you're breaking above it again, this level will be providing you support, and you can clearly see I can make the level better a little bit into the green here. So you can see previous resistance right now flipped into support, and this horizontal level right now is providing a support. So that's of course a very good thing to see here. We did clear a very critical resistance zone, flipped it into support. So right now we do have some bullishness ahead of us, and so Bitcoin as well right now about to be breaking out of this symmetrical triangle. It just retested this level once again successfully. I personally do think, and I do expect, that the continuation towards the upside is going to be likely, since as well we have been forming higher low after higher low after higher low, together with a higher high structure. We are right now clearly in an uptrend, and how uptrends moves here are of course with higher highs and higher lows. So a continuation towards the upside is definitely very likely from this point, because I always say to everyone out there, the trend is your friend till it ends here. And right now in this case, the trend has not been ending yet here. So as long as we're going to be moving in this direction, I will be for sure anticipate the market is going to right now see as well a further continuation towards higher targets from up this point, together with of course this symmetrical triangle right now about to be breakout. And this could be of course breakout here ever so slightly in the coming 20 minutes. So depending on where this 30-minute candle is going to close here, we could be already seeing a breakout on this 30-minute candle, so it's going to be in 20 minutes from now on. So yeah, I do personally think this is going to be very exciting stream here, and I do personally as well think the volatility could be running up here higher on the stream, and that's going to be of course an absolutely lovely event that we could be witnessing here altogether as well. If I'm then going to quickly look at some resistance lines here, I can still approach this top side of resistance here as a major resistance zone for Bitcoin. So you can clearly see top side providing resistance along the way down here, so you can see resistance, as well over here providing resistance. So personally, I will be still aiming before we're going to continue our way up here, because yeah, if we're going to be breaking out of the symmetrical triangle, the price target is going to be around the 60.7k here. We still have this major resistance target ahead of us, and personally, I will be not getting out of my comfort zone here as long as we're not going to be breaking through this level. So what I want to be seeing here is Bitcoin breaking this level. As soon as Bitcoin does break this level, yeah, we could be then well in for further continuation. And personally, what I do really expect here, as soon as Bitcoin does break this downtrend over here, yeah, we could be for sure go in for several days ahead of us in a bullish period on the market. So if we're going to still get a rejection from here on the wider view, we're still setting lower lows here, and that could be having a more bearish effect here as well, especially if we're going to go towards the 4-hourly candles. You can clearly see 4-hourly candles are forming still a lower low on the market, and for that to shift here, we have to be seeing a significant pump above this downward slope resist line. And if that is going to be happening, yeah, it's going to be having a very bullish effect on the market. And I do think that we should start to get extremely excited about the cryptocurrency market again here, and we should start to get yeah, very excited, of course. So while we are moving up here, I can see, of course, on the previous high that we did got generated, the MACD was losing some momentum, so that was a particular big warning show that we did got fired over there. So yeah, this 59.7k target was, of course, generally speaking, a very good TP target. Since then we came down here, but right now, yeah, we could be, of course, well further increase towards the upside. In terms of the lows, we're forming no bullish or bearish divergence right now in the market, so just looking quite healthy, quite neutral, let's say that here. So yeah, market is looking particularly interesting. So let me right away run in towards the 4-hour candles to, of course, go further in towards the charts here. So as well, for hourly candles for Bitcoin. Yeah, we did clear the level of resistance once again here. So lower side, this level flipped into support. Then we had this previous resistance zone slash support zone. We broke above it again and we retested this level of support. And right now this level is providing us very strong support on the market. What is of course lovely to see here. Right now our next major target ahead of us, I will be still saying talk about it here, is going to be the 60.8k range here. You can see as well the 4 hourly candles, we got rejected quite significantly and quite a lot of times here before. So yeah, I will be saying to you guys out there, this is not going to be an easy level to be breaking through here, and Bitcoin is definitely not going to have an easy job with breaking through this 60.7k barrier. But of course, as soon as Bitcoin is going to do so with a very significant 4-hour candle pump here, yeah, we could be for sure well in for the further continuation up here. And as well, what I still want to be saying here, just like I told you a moment ago here, is that the 4-hour candles has been forming have to be forming a higher high, because right now in the bigger picture we have been forming lower lows and lower highs along the trend down here. So yeah, this is definitely going to be extremely crucial right now to see this on the market. While we have been forming this lower high here, the RSI has been forming a higher high, so we are still of course currently experiencing an hidden bearish divergence. And of course, if you don't know what a hidden bearish divergence does look like, you can see it right now in front of your screen here. You can see a hidden bearish divergence basically while the price action is forming a lower high on the market, the indicator, in this case the RSI, is forming of course a higher high in the market. So this of course a typical hidden bearish divergence. Of course, we yesterday already saw this red candle playing out here, so yeah, we are right now seeing the effects of it. So right now it just remains to see if we could be invalidating this hidden bearish divergence to of course continue our push towards the upside. So yeah, for sure a thing to take in consideration right now here. But yeah, the market is looking pretty interesting right now if we're going to zoom in towards the lower time frames. So yeah, what we want to be seeing right now to of course really see this 4 hourly candles continue its way up here is of course for the lower time frames to be breaking up bullish here out of these patterns here, and that's going to be crucial to be identifying right now here. So yeah, that's looking of course pretty interesting. And give me a real quick second, by the way. So yeah, that's looking, of course, particularly interesting right now here. Bitcoin always breaking out when you're live, and it's indeed true. I mean, yeah, the last 3 live streams we did had here on the channel were, of course, every single time while we were streaming, we were seeing a significant market pump here. So it will be truly lovely. We're going to see it once again today here. So let's just wait and see how the market is going to react towards our live stream once again here, because it looks to be like we are having some kind of a weird influence on the market, but that's of course not true here. Then, as well, quickly going to say something about the Bitcoin daily time frame. Quickly going to give you guys a lesson about when is a good time to be accumulating, right? So the real big question that everyone always asks us is, should I buy Bitcoin? That is a question that we do get, of course, quite a lot of times here. And of course, as well, the question that we're currently getting here is the Bitcoin bull run over right now here? So is the Bitcoin bull run over? I will be right away answer the question, and I will be saying no. So if we're going to look at the daily time frame, when is the best time to start to accumulate? So you can see, first of all, let me first compare the run up here in Q3 2021 here. I can see we got a major run up here, and so every single major run up is going to be ending at some point, and that will be of course flipping into towards some consolidation downwards. Yeah, you have an uptrend, you have a downtrend, you have an uptrend, you have a downtrend. So yeah, you can see here Q3 2021 here, we saw this uptrend getting started. Of course, at some point these uptrends tend to end here, and we tend to of course shake out some weekends. So September, of course, we shake that weekend, so the uptrend flipped into a downtrend. But of course, if there's going to be a downtrend, it usually signifies a very good buying opportunity. That's because that is what Bitcoin shows us. Because as well, Q1 2021, you can see uptrend flipped into the downtrend. If you bought the downtrend, you were of course buying in a very good range. Then of course we create an uptrend again, we create a downtrend, and you bought in a very good range. And of course, in hindsight as well over here, if you bought into this downtrend, you did a very good job here. Of course, if you were not accumulating on the rented range here, yeah, you definitely missed out massively. But right now what we can see here is that, of course, we create an uptrend, correction in September. Then, of course, we had this massive uptrend here all the way towards the $68,000, 67, yeah, $69,000 even. So 69K was getting reached here for Bitcoin. Since then, we started a downtrend. So we are clearly in a downtrend because the formation is, of course, a lower low right now on the market. This could be maybe take another week from now on. This could be maybe take another 2 weeks. Maybe Bitcoin is going to take some even more time to be recovering from this downtrend, but it is going to be a point that Bitcoin is going to be recovering this downtrend, in my opinion, to, of course, continue its way up here. So to really generally ask you, would you have been mad if you bought, let's say, the 44K range because the market dipped down further afterwards towards 40K, right? So the real big question that you should ask yourself right now here is that, is it worth the risk to be accumulating right now in this range here? I think that if you want to be accumulating Bitcoin, you have to be accumulate in a downtrend, because if you're accumulating Bitcoin in a downtrend, you're generally paying always a good price for it. And of course, the price action could be going further into a downtrend, but you do know that Bitcoin in the end of the day is going to reverse its trend here. And you know why? Why that is going to be happening? Because Bitcoin is going to be successful, because the USA, the whole market, the SEC, they keep printing money, and that's the reason why Bitcoin is going to be successful, why Bitcoin basically already is successful. But yeah, this is going to be extremely exciting what we're currently having on the market, and I definitely can't wait to see how this is going to be playing out. But personally, I don't really see this as a market that topped out here. I don't see it as a bear market if we would just recently set a new all-time high. I mean, did you call a top here in January 2021 here? Well, you just set a new all-time high after just such a long period of time here. You go in a minor downtrend, you know that there's going to just be a further rally towards the upside. As well, right now, we just set a new all-time high for the first 2 times here, of course. And right now, we do have a minor correction to shake us on weekends. We do know that there's going to be a further continuation up here. And if you're right now going to say Bitcoin is not going to set a new all-time high anymore in the coming 3 months or 4 months from now on, I think you're absolutely wrong here. I don't think that is going to be happening at all here, and I personally do expect that Bitcoin is going to see a way further continuation towards higher targets here in the coming months ahead of us. And right now there's just a minor shakeout we're getting in the market. So if we learn back from all these previous times here, every single time you're going to be accumulating in downtrends, you have been of course buying in a good range here for Bitcoin. As well over here for the immediate short term, you would have been right here. So as well for here immediate short term, you would have been right here. Of course, as well over here immediate short term, you would have been right. So for the immediate short term, I definitely don't think it's going to be a bad buying range here. Of course, if I'm talking about the imminent short term, I do talk about, let's say, time frames of, let's say, 2 months ahead of us right now as well. We're going to look at the EMA ribbon. Yesterday we did close the EMA ribbon once again. We closed above and in the EMA ribbon, so there's of course a relatively positive side here. Usually in these run-ups towards the upside, we don't see the EMA ribbon flipping bearish. So far we are not flipping bearish yet on the EMA ribbon, and the last time that we did flip bearish on the EMA ribbon on the daily time frame, yeah, we did saw a very significant downtrend getting started. Of course, in September we did flip it bearish as well here for just a few moments, and then we right away surged up higher. So yeah, take this the EMA ribbon as well with a grain of salt here. It is of course an important indication to see on how strong a trend is towards the upside, and usually if you're in these strong trends here, the EMA ribbon tends to be providing you very strong support here. But right, it looks to be that we're clearly in this consolidation phase here, and Bitcoin could be for sure will go for a further continuation down here, and then maybe start to really towards the upside. So definitely very exciting here. Actually, you're asking for TA about a lot of coins here. I will be going over a lot of these coins here already, like I told everyone in the beginning of the stream. But first, I will be finishing up my thoughts about Bitcoin. So as well, real quick thing that I want to be saying here about Bitcoin, because we're right now zooming out towards higher time frames. We have been predicting that Bitcoin is most likely going to be holding up the 59.1k range here. Per se, so far, this looks like a very beautiful weekly candle here, because Bitcoin is on the weekly candle once again, just like we had here on the, let me see real quickly, just like we had here on the beginning of September here, the end of September, we did some retracement back towards the 43k range here. And you can see right now here, we got rejected by the top side, we got rejected by the top side, we moved down towards the lower side, we closed on top of it, we moved right towards the lower side, closing most likely on top of it, and then we saw this further continuation up here. So personally, I do maybe see the same effect playing out here. Maybe next week candle we're still going to wick a little bit lower, and then we're going to be starting to seeing a surge towards the upside again, getting created here. So yeah, personally, I am getting particularly exciting as well. If we could be trading above the 0.5 here on the weekly candle close, you can clearly see as well we have we are going to get supported by this range over here on the weekly time frame. So as long as we're going to hold on towards this range here, I personally do not really think we are going to be seeing a further continuation down, because Bitcoin is still going to be holding on towards this weekly time frame support. Of course, a thing that a reason why we could be starting to get worried here is as soon as Bitcoin is going to close its weekly candle below this range, because then we could be maybe aiming for some lower targets, because Bitcoin is going to be failing to hold on weekly support. And of course, weekly support is going to be a very crucial support that you do want to be holding on towards right now here. And as well, real quickly, going to be give you guys some news about a lot of altcoins right now. So all the altcoins market cap here, I'm extremely bullish on it, because what we can currently see on the altcoins here is that the total market capitalization of all the altcoins, about all the cryptos excluding Bitcoin, is right now forming an extremely bullish pattern here. So you can clearly see over here, we're forming a cup over here, we're forming a handle on the right side, and right now we of course clearly broke above the horizontal range. We are retesting it as support, and this could be leading for a further continuation up here. So total market cap excluding Bitcoin is looking extremely bullish in my opinion, and this of course not looking bearish at all here. Yes, we are approximately 13% down from all-time highs here, but I personally do really see this bouncing back very strongly, especially after this retest of this previous all-time high here, and we have not been retesting this range yet here. So you can see here resistance, 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 support. And personally, this is of course an extremely bullish retest. And once people, of course, and well, a lot of people right now are maybe in extreme fear here, and well, a lot of people maybe are wondering like, oh, crazy, I should start to get a little bit more bearish. I see the market coming down here. Is this a time to be getting worried? No, I will be definitely saying no, because this is the time that you should start to get a little bit more excited. So Bitcoin is getting a minor rejection here on the 30-minute candles from the top side of resistance. So let's see if we could be still closing this 30-minute candle within this candle. That's going to be relatively important for me to see so right now here. So yeah, we're just going to wait another 8 minutes to see where the market is heading towards. But of course, a breakdown of the supportive line here is going to be having a little bit more of a bearish effect on the market. So let's just wait to see how it's going to be playing out here. But let me right away go over the last thing I want to be talking about. And that is, of course, the Bitcoin CME gap that we're currently creating here. So we do know Bitcoin, of course, CME gaps. It's important to look at them. But I always say to everyone out there here is like, CME gaps, I look at them. But what I always say about CME gaps is that they tend to get filled, but they don't necessarily have to be getting filled. Because, yeah, we do know we have still this gap around $9,000 US, around $30,000 US, $20,000 US, $15,000 US, and I personally do not really see these CME gaps getting filled there. Right now, we only have a CME gap on the 64K ahead of us. But of course, this weekend, if we're going to close the CME close like this here, so if we're going to be opening the CME on Monday of $59,000 US, we as well have an approximately gap of 1.2K here towards the downside. Because yeah, the CME did close here on Friday on the 57.8K here. What basically means here right now is that Bitcoin trading approximately, yeah, $1,000 US ahead of the CME close. And that is of course going to be having a little bit more of a bearish effect here. So there could be of course a particular big wick getting created, particular big gap getting created here. So maybe this one is going to get filled on Monday. We just, yeah, still have to wait, and yet we still have to wait, and we have to see on Monday on how it's going to be playing out here. That I always will say to you guys out there, CME gaps tend to get filled, don't necessarily have to be getting filled there. So please take that in consideration. It's of course extremely important to do know that they don't always necessarily have to be getting filled here. So yeah, we'll be keeping it in my back of my mind here. I mean, last time around here, while we were seeing the massive pump here on the Sunday here, we of course opened the CME on the Monday over here, and since then we even continued our way further up here, and we saw of course a surge all the way towards the optimized for Bitcoin. So that was of course pretty interesting that we did got it. Of course, there we were creating a gap on the 61K here. This gap on the 61K was of course eventually getting filled at approximately 10 days later on. Let me quickly see this correctly. So eventually the CME gap was still getting closed 10 days later on. So that's of course particularly interesting what we did saw over there, and very excited that the CME gap still got filled over there, of course. So in the end of the day, yeah, usually they're getting filled there, but I should definitely not base all your technical analysis out of the CME gaps here. So 5 more minutes and we're going to close the 1 hour candle for Bitcoin. Of course, on the 1 hour candle charts, it's still looking respectively neutral here. We could be maybe approach this support line a little bit differently. So I will be drawing like this, right? So this is going to be still respectively pretty interesting on how it's going to be closing here, but you can clearly see on the 1 hour candles over here. Yeah, we are still retesting and we're still trading above this range here. So it's going to be quite exciting on how it's going to be holding up right now here. So pretty cool what we're currently having here. So some people are saying, so we don't have a crash anytime soon here. James Hall as well tuning in towards the stream, so welcome towards the stream here, by the way. As well, I will be going over Shields in a moment here. But yeah, definitely very exciting here, what we're going to be having. But in the end of the day, do we really expect a crash over here? I personally think, yeah, there's for sure a potential that Bitcoin is going to be going a little bit lower from up this point here. There's a very high potential that we're going to, yeah, have that maybe. But for me, right now, anticipating a massive market crash is not a thing that I like to do here. How I like to be approaching the market is just benefit from the price of being down here, and if the price is going to be even going lower, just benefit even more from it. And of course, try to accumulate new swing trade positions, etc., because once the market is low, you should be benefiting from it. And I mean, at least I do know that Bitcoin is, in the end of the day, is going to set a new all-time high here, because the success of Bitcoin is inevitable. Some people are saying CME gaps are invalid after the ETFs, since there are no more money into ETFs and trades over weekends. So I said it as well before here, so I was curious what you guys were thinking here. And I said to everyone out there, maybe the ETFs are going to be indeed killing the CME gaps. That's true here. So yeah, it's pretty interesting what we do have here. Of course, what I can see right now here is that the ETFs are closed. The ETFs are closed in the weekend, bro. So that's not true here. So the futures ETFs are closed in the weekend. So yeah, let's see how it's going to be playing out here. But yeah, you can see clearly Pro Shares is right now trading yeah, relatively in neutral stages here. Let me quickly check out on the daily time frame. So yeah, on the weekly time frame. So Pro Shares is doing a pretty interesting job here. It's not doing so well, to be honest, but yeah, they're holding up particularly well here in terms of the shares that they brought out here, the ETFs. So yeah, pretty excited how it is going to be playing out. But let me run in towards some altcoins right now here. Let me cover some altcoins, and let me first start, of course, with Ethereum. Guys, my mic was muted, excuse me. I know it, probably the chat's going well right now here. But guys, before going further towards the content here, I very quickly want to be asking you guys a thing here, because we right now have 140 likes here, watching with 700 of you guys out there, so don't forget to, of course, right away smash up the like button here. Will be truly appreciated if you're going to do so, and we're going to jump right away further into towards the content, but 140 likes here will be truly appreciated if you're going to be smashing it up right now here. So I see it already in the chat here, people are saying it. Let me quickly go over Ethereum. The chat is once again going nuts here about muted. But there's a little bit of a delay here, so excuse me for that. But yeah, what we can see currently on Ethereum here is that we have been forming this beautiful uptrend here. Let me quickly go to the chart here. We formed this beautiful uptrend, we broke this beautiful uptrend, and we came down further from that point here. So that's, of course, a little bit unfortunate to see so for the Ethereum price action. In 2 minutes as well, we're going to close the 1 hour candles over here. So since breaking this uptrend here, we came down massively. But right now, Ethereum is one of those coins that is bouncing back way stronger than Bitcoin. So you can clearly see it is right now forming already higher highs than the previous high that it formed over there. So what we can clearly see with Ethereum is that it was forming lower lows after the structure towards the downside. So Ethereum was coming down at a very rapid pace here, like you can see. But since, of course, recently we did clearly shifted this trend towards an uptrend once again here. So Ethereum right now is forming higher lows and higher highs. And this, of course, a relatively strong trend that we're currently getting generated. And Ethereum is just bouncing back and showing a lot of strength right now on the current market, and that is, of course, a lovely thing to see right now. So yeah, Ethereum is showing some more strength against Bitcoin, at least right now, and it looks to be that Ethereum is just holding up a little bit better. What we can see as well here is that Ethereum broke above the range high here, and this range high is right now getting retested, so you can clearly see over here. And while Bitcoin is even dropping up further, guys, so it looks to be that we're going to be in 1 minute going to close this 30-minute candle and 1 hour candle a little bit more bearish than I would have loved to see. So what you can clearly see here for Ethereum is previous resistance, flipping into support over here. So yeah, this respectively in a particular strong range of accumulation for Ethereum, and per se respectively as well. I do see this level bouncing as way further towards the upside. So in terms of accumulation, this is definitely not a bad range to be accumulating your Ethereums at. And per se, I am getting particularly excited about how it's going to be playing out here. So yeah, Ethereum is doing a particularly good job here by holding the price action up here and trying to convert this downtrend back in towards an uptrend. And you know where this Ethereum chart really reminds me of? I mean, this looks really like the some kind of the S&P 500 chart, right? So you can see if you're going to be keeping this chart in the back of your mind here, and you're going to look at the S&P 500 chart here, you can clearly see we had this major rally towards the upside here, and then we came down. Everyone thought it was ended, and then they, of course, continue its way once again back towards the upside. So maybe Ethereum is going to do the same here. It would be lovely if Ethereum is going to do so, but personally I do really expect there is going to be an end of the day and further continuation towards higher targets here, especially since Ethereum is looking yeah, particularly strong right now here. But guys, we are right now, of course, closing another 1 hour candle, so congratulations for surviving another 1 hour here in crypto. So hopefully you're going to be enjoying it. But yeah, we did close the new 1 hour candle, and it's of course always lovely to see here. So let's see what we are going to have for the continuation. Yeah, Bitcoin is breaking some trends that I would have been loved to see getting holding on towards. So this could be maybe result in, of course, a further continuation towards lower targets. Of course, we do know still see me get trading on 57.4k here, and of course that could be having a little bit more of a bearish effect there. A retest of this range could be as well having a little bit of more of a bearish effect there on the market. But of course, if we're going to see a fake out and further continuation up here, it's going to be as well very bullish. But I will always say to you guys out there, please be careful with trading on the weekends, because trading on the weekends is usually the time where the most amount of people are going to get wrecked here. So yeah, pretty interesting what we're seeing as well. Real quickly going to go over the daily chart for Ethereum. Ethereum did broke out of this very crucial bull flag scenario here, so you can clearly see over here. But yeah, Ethereum has been creating a bull flag. So after this continuation towards the upside, after this massive surge towards the upside, we create this bull flag here, this consolidation phase towards the downside. Then we broke out towards the upside, and right now we look to be having a further continuation up here. So yeah, bull flag breaking out towards the upside. Price target of this bull flag is going to be the 0.083 in the market, and that's of course going to be respectively still from this point here another 13% 15% surge against Bitcoin. So yeah, Ethereum is really showing us the strength right now against Bitcoin. And of course, on the recent days, we already saw it on these charts there. It is bouncing back very strong here against Bitcoin at least. So yeah, that's of course looking particularly good here. What we are going to be experiencing, in my opinion, here, as soon as the market of Ethereum is going to be rallying towards the upside again, we're most likely are going to create another bearish divergence on the market, what could be having a little bit more of a bearish effect right now here. So well, what I do expect here, if Bitcoin is going to create a structure right now in the market where it is going to be bouncing back here, it's forming a 70k high, and then it's going to cool off once again here. So once it's going to be forming diminishing highs here, just like it did over here, diminishing highs. If it's going to be once again forming diminishing high structure, then we could be in for a more significant surge down here, maybe to 45k before then continue our way up here. So that's of course a thing as well, what I want to be taking in consideration with you guys out there. If Bitcoin is going to form a structure where the market is going to form diminishing highs here, just like this here, so we're not forming it real exponential highs, we could be starting to get a little bit more bearish on the market. But as long as it is going to be forming an exponential high like this here, like maybe like all the way right away up towards the $80,000, this could be having a very bullish effect on the market. And just like for Ethereum as well here, you do not want to be seeing such a structure. But of course, usually the market of Ethereum is getting moved by Bitcoin. So in the end of the day, we're always going to be keeping our eyes wide open on Bitcoin, how it is going to be performing like. And if Bitcoin is going to be, showing us signs of a market reversal, we are first going to be looking at Bitcoin, how it's going to be playing out. But yeah, we did clearly saw this market reversal structure as well playing out on the Ethereum, while we were forming higher highs in the price section and lower highs on all the momentum indicators, just like we saw over here. And this was the reason why I sold almost all my Ethereum for $4,000 and bought it back all the way down to $3,200. So that was a crazy buy that I did do there. Of course, I told to everyone on my channel that I did sold all my Ethereums on this massive rally towards the upside. And of course, at that point that I did told everyone I sold all of my Ethereums, I was getting a lot of hate because people don't usually like to hear once they are taking profits or whatsoever. But that was, of course, our strategy that we did so. Of course, if you don't believe it, you can literally search it all back on the channel, because everything is live here on our account. And you can see it. We discussed it in several live streams at that point, because, yeah, the market was looking extremely dangerous. Right now on Ethereum, the market is looking still neutral, but I will be saying to you guys out there, as soon as the market is going to form a new all-time high for Ethereum, most likely I will be starting to get a little bit more bearish as well here, because if Ethereum is going to form a new all-time high here on the market, yeah, we could be maybe seeing, of course, several bearish divergences getting formed on the market, and that could be having a particular bearish effect on the market right now here. So yeah, I already saw the clear candle close below it, so that's of course a little bit more unfortunate to see here. But let me then move into Crypto.com here, because Crypto.com, just like someone is saying in the chat here, Daniel in the chat is saying right now, Crypto.com seems unstoppable. As well, Empty Room is saying Crypto.com is moving up. Yeah, I think it will be the next Binance coin. So it really looks like that Crypto.com is indeed invincible. It just keeps moving up here, it keeps rallying up. It doesn't care about Bitcoin anymore. You can clearly see it just moves up like crazy. I always said to you guys out there that I love this project, I love this coin, and that this is in long-term hold here right now still as well for this chart here, Crypto.com. I don't care what you think about it, because I do think that Crypto.com, as long as you're going to be holding it for another 1 year, or maybe another 2, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years from now on, it's going to be a very strong hold that you could be making right now on your account, and that you could be having here. The reason why is because I do think this is going to be an extremely big company here in the cryptocurrency space. They are already a big company. They are getting their name out massively right now. People all watching sports, etc., are seeing this coin pumping. They are FOMOing into this project. So that's, of course, particularly interesting what we're having right now. They're trading on 62 cents here. I mean, if you just did bought it with me as well here, I mean, in February, I bought it for below the 10 cents here. And for everyone who did bought it on those low targets here, congratulations, because you made an absolutely big of a gain here. For me as well, I flipped like almost 10k in towards the 80k right now, so that's of course a particular big jump here. And of course I bought this coin way earlier, so of course I wish I invested more into towards it, but yeah, still it's definitely a very strong gain here. Personally, I have not taken any profits yet here on my Crypto.com holdings, because I'm staking all of my holdings. Yeah, I could be maybe for sure think it could be taking some profits out of the market. It is forming right now a major bearish divergence. That is, of course, a thing that we are seeing right in the market. But you know what here? Well, the day I bought, I mean, for everyone who is investing, you should be making up your strategies, right? So I bought Crypto.com, and I told to myself here, I'm going to at least hold it for the coming 5 years. And I, of course, I'm staking Crypto.com, so I'm gaining more and more tokens. So I'm gaining, of course, more tokens, so in a few years from now, I'm going to just have more tokens and I will just have more money, you know. So I bought this coin with a vision. Okay, I'm going to at least hold it for the coming 5 years here. You know why? Because I do believe that this is going to be an extremely big company. I as well told everyone already about it. Crypto.com is, in terms of percentages wise, the fastest growing cryptocurrency exchange here out of the whole market. It's faster growing than Binance. So in my opinion, it's just a no-brainer to see Crypto.com as a very good investment if it's such a fast growing company, right? So if a company is going so quickly, I'm going to just look for the coming days and the coming months and the coming years ahead of us. And I see that this is going to be a very strong investment as well. The coin is going to be, in the end of the day, reflect how the company is doing. And the company is doing right now extremely good here. And that's the reason why the coin is as well blasting towards the upside. As well, what we can see right now, if we're going to go to CMC, is that, Crypto.com is right now trading on a 15.8 billion market cap. It's trading on P14. And for Crypto.com to enter the top 10 here, it should be having above, slightly 30 billion. It have to be overtaking Dogecoin. And of course, if it's going to do so, this will be resulting in Crypto.com being over $1.20 here if it's going to be entering the top 10. Percy, I just see Crypto.com entering the top 10, and it's reaching $1 in the end of the year. It's definitely possible, especially if we're moving up in this trend that we're currently moving up in. You can clearly see here in the past 21 days, we saw an approximately 211% surge. So this is a crazy surge that we got on the market. Of course, I will be saying to you guys out there that have not been holding this token. As long as it's going to be continuing up here, the more risk you are taking with accumulating this project. So the higher the market runs up of Crypto.com, the more increasing risk you're taking as well here. So that's going to be respectably very important to take into consideration. And always, I'm never going to say a coin is a good buying opportunity if it's in an exponential rally and is moving up so like crazy. So I'm as well not going to say right now this is going to be ending, because for sure we don't know when it is going to be ending, because this could be literally lost for maybe another few months, maybe another few days, maybe another weeks from now on. So it's for me very hard to say when it is going to be ending here. Personally, I do still see it as a very good long-term investment. So if you're going to be buying it right now and at least hold it for a longer term, you're going to do a good job here. But yeah, for sure, I'm looking forward towards how it's heading towards right now here. And so far, it's not coming down. So far, it's not coming down. So we'll be for sure keep it in consideration here, but I always say to everyone out there, as long as the market is trading in an exponential rally, and as long as the market is moving up in such a rapid pace here, we should always start to be careful. We always should be careful, and we should always be a little bit more conservative, of course, on the markets. You are the reason I'm into Crypto.com. Bought at 16 cents here. That's lovely. Because yeah, I mean, for everyone who doesn't know it yet here, I was bullish on Crypto.com literally while we were trading on 8 cents, 6 cents, 7 cents, and of course all my friends and family are as well into Crypto.com, because I'm extremely bullish about it. Because at that time here, well, maybe some of my followers did bought it here. I explained to everyone out there about my reasoning why I was extremely bullish about it for the long term, because I always explain to everyone who of my followers out there is that Crypto.com is a good buy because it's one of the fastest growing companies, right? And just like Binance Coin, it is of course as well one of the biggest exchanges there, and they can like force, so they not force you, but they benefit you by using the BNB coin here to have lower fees, etc. Crypto.com is going to do the same, and it's just so extremely valuable if you're going to be investing into the longer term growth of a certain company, what is already growing so quickly and what is basically very undervalued, right? So let me quickly, please don't spam in the chat here, by the way. I have so much Crypto.com. This is lovely to see here. Bitcoin is moving up ever so slightly here. So Bitcoin, yeah, not really a pump here. Some people are saying pump in the chat here, but I don't really see this as a major pump. But definitely very excited what we're currently having here. So a weekend dump coming, or move as bullish. I mean, it really depends on how the weekend is going to be playing out. So far, we're holding on towards a trade share. We do still know that there's going to be a CME gap around to 57.8k here. This could be as well a major wick that we could be generating above it on Monday. But I would always like to see markets trading above the CME close, because then we could be wicking down and coming up very quickly, because if we're trading below it, we could be wicking up and coming down further. So yeah, let's see how it's going to be going here. Dude, Rover, I wish I bought more Crypto.com as well. I have like 222k Crypto.com. I mean, yeah, you're doing a good job here. But anyways, let me go further into some other projects here. Let me talk right now about Cardano. Of course, like you guys probably already know here, I do have some Cardano trades open. My Cardano trade was yesterday 90% profit, right now still at 50% profit. So Cardano, yeah, bounced back very quickly here. I will be still stay to you guys out there. I'm very comfortable that Cardano is going to see a further continuation up here. Is it going to be from at this point? We don't know here, but definitely for me right now, it's a no-brainer to accumulate more Cardano. I'm extremely bullish about it. Let me quickly as well check up on the funding rates that we're currently having here. So funding rates are of course neutral, 0.01. Usually funding rates, if you're going to trade Cardano in these uptrends, are around 0.2, 0.3. So yeah, the funding rates are respectively low right now for the Cardano price action. What is of course, yeah, particularly lovely to see here. Have been accumulating in the dip here. Have been doing a very, very strong buy here, to be very honest. Of course, it moved back all the way down up towards $1.95 here. So almost above $2 again here. But I always say to you guys out there, if you're going to be accumulating Cardano below $2, I see this as a very cheap target, at least for me right now. So as well, we could be looking for this this downtrend getting broken here already in Cardano. We broke above it, we shoot up, we came down, retested this level, and since then we flipped it into support. What is of course as well, once again, respectively, an extremely bullish signal that we're currently getting on the market as well. Downward sloping support line getting formed there. This looks like a very beautiful consolidation phase Cardano is right now trading in. As well, we're going to go in towards the 1 hour candles real quickly here. You can clearly see here, yeah, it's basically moving a little bit more sideways here. You can clearly see it has been forming an upward sloping support line, has been so far bouncing off this range ever so slightly again and again. As well, if we're going to be taking some indicators into play here, you can see EMA ribbon was getting a support right now, flipping into resistance again. So this, of course, we're going to be as well, once again, very important to look at. If I'm going to look at the momentum indicators, I can clearly see Cardano is right now forming a neutral trend towards the downside, so nothing very special to see so on this chart, to be honest. So yeah, what I will be doing with Cardano is like more look at the project and what it's going to be doing here. And I do know, of course, this massive hype run towards $3 was because of the smart contracts hype. But yeah, smart contracts are out right now here. They're developing, and Cardano is not standing still here. And if you're willing to make good profits on Cardano, just look back at one super good buying opportunity. So every single buying opportunity and every single good time to be buying Cardano was, of course, in the downtrends. Because if you're in a downtrend, you could be accumulating, maybe not at the best price, or maybe you're in a downtrend and you're not accumulating the lowest point here. But at the end of the day, you're going to be in profit. So right now as well, Cardano is forming similar structure. So it saw a massive hype run up, it came down and moved up again. So right now we're seeing this move up here. We are coming down. And right now, personally, I do think continuation is going to be imminent from up this point here. So yeah, it's looking particularly interesting here. We can clearly see as well. We did like this range high over here, right? So we can clearly see range highs getting formed over there, several rejections, and if we're going to be extending this range here, we are right now bouncing from up this. So I accumulated this $1.80 range here. So you can clearly see my entry price was, let me see, $1.78 here. So $1.80 approximately. This is of course a very good range buy in my opinion here, and I do see the market going to continue its way up here in the end of the day for Cardano, because I'm bullish about the project as well. We were creating a bullish divergence on the market over there as well. So we were forming, of course, this lower low in the market here, and while we were forming this lower low in the market, the RSI was forming a higher low. So that's, of course, respectively as well, bullish divergence we're seeing, and that could be as well having always a bullish effect on the market. So yeah, I mean, everyone has their own opinion about Cardano. Everyone will be saying maybe Cardano is a dead coin, maybe Cardano is a stable coin or whatsoever. But for me to say that right now is absolutely ridiculous to say. So at the end of the day, I do think that Cardano is going to be bouncing back very strong here, and all the weekends and all the average Joes are going to be buying into an uptrend, while the smart money is accumulating in downtrends. So I see myself as smart money, and I'm accumulating myself in a downtrend, because that is always how I play this. Of course, on YouTube, maybe it doesn't has the most popular opinion, because yeah, what I want to say to you guys out there is that the majority of the people on YouTube here usually still attach their emotions towards trading, but I'm personally not a guy that is going to be attaching their emotions towards trading. And maybe, yeah, Cardano could be not giving me extreme profits here for the coming 2 or 3 weeks ahead of this, because maybe Cardano is going to continue its way down further. But I do know in the end of the day, Cardano is going to be bouncing back eventually, and it's going to be run out of sell pressure eventually, and that could be resulting in, of course, a further continuation up here. And all the people that are panic selling or bearish on Cardano right now here will most likely be buying the top again here, just like we accumulated a little bit over here. An extreme amount of people were getting excited about Cardano on this rally towards the upside again here, and right now, of course, a lot of people were buying into this rally here, but we're not buying into the lows here. So if you're willing to accumulate at a good price and a fair price, I should rather approach it like accumulating in towards the lows and in towards the downtrends here. Rolf, what exchange do you use for your trades? I only use I mainly use BYBIT. I use some VeChain here. So if you do want to be, of course, trading as well, don't forget to check out BYBIT as well. The nice part about BYBIT here is that it will be providing you, of course, a $4,100 deposit bonus, what is going to be, of course, extremely valuable to check out here. So don't forget to, of course, check out the check out the link in the description here if you want to be signing up with BYBIT here. But yeah, definitely very exciting because BYBIT is for sure offering you a lot of opportunities to trade the market here, and it's going to be very exciting. So Algorand as well, project that I accumulated to trade on. So let me talk a little bit about Algorand as well here. Algorand, of course, saw major surge towards the upside. Right now, accumulated to trade on $1.77 here. Of course, particularly good entry price here. Of course, I'm not into massive trades here. I'm only 40,000 US dollar trades here. So I'm taking it relatively slow here right now with my Algo trade here. So I am like in a minor position on Algorand here. Nothing big here, but I would always have been loving to accumulate this position. And that's the reason why I'm doing so right now as well. We did clearly break out of the pattern here. Right now, we're seeing some more consolidation playing out here. I do think really on the 4 hours as well, you can see more consolidation playing out here. We're seeing the market going in a sideways action phase here, but right now it's really starting to curving up very, very quickly here. So yeah, we can clearly see we did broke this lower high trend over here. So we formed lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. And maybe on this 1 hour candle over here, we could be seeing the trend formation, the trend reversal right now getting formed there, because of course as soon as the Algorand price action is going to be forming a higher high after this high over here, yeah, we could be for sure be in for further continuation towards the upside rather than of course lower targets getting reached from at this point. So that is going to be of course respectively a little bit more bullish, and it's going to be respectively as well be a little bit more excited for Algorand over here on this point. As well for my trade here, I am extremely excited if Algorand is going to see a continuation towards the upside. I'm right now only in the 45% profit here, but personally, I do see Algorand as a very strong, it's a very strong coin to see, of course, very massive gains, just like we saw last time, right? A massive buy already coming in towards the market. If you didn't know over here, there are definitely more people that know more about it here, but you can see in just a matter of 5 minutes time here from the low, of course, over here, we moved up on approximately 78% here, excuse me. So 78% surge towards the upside is, of course, a crazy surge in just a matter of 5 minutes here. So yeah, personally, I do see there's going to be, of course, way more hype around Algorand, and I personally as well see it a little bit undervalued as well if you're going to look at the daily time frame. I personally, yes, we are clearly seeing that Algorand has been right now forming a lower high after lower high, but as well, we are seeing that Algorand is forming a higher low right now as well. So the first trend, the first signals are there. And personally, I wouldn't be surprised if Algorand is going to be absolutely going exponential. So for me right now, I'm accumulating Algorand. Of course, what we can clearly see is that we're forming this beautiful upward sloping support line from the lows over here, and we're forming this downward sloping resist line from the highs over here. And this could be, of course, resulting in a beautiful consolidation pattern. We could be taking it well right now from off this point, but for sure, Algorand is not a bad buying opportunity at all here. And I love the volatility on this market. So, yeah, pretty exciting. Can you put moon cycle indicator on Bitcoin? I mean, yeah, of course, some people are. I mean, is there one indicator from it? Moon phases. Oh, this is a building. Ah, there's just a building. That's very nice. So there's this thing with full moons, and give me a second real quickly. Real quickly. There is this thing. So let me quickly explain this. There's this thing with full moon where the market tends to be pumping, and we have this thing with half moon where the market tends to be coming down here. And let me quickly explain. Let me first of all begin by the beginning. So you can see over here, we got full moon, the market moved up. We got half moon, the market came down. We got full moon, the market came up. Half moon, market came eventually down from over that point, of course. Full moon, market came up. Half moon, market came down. Half moon, market came down. Half moon, market came down. It is something special, because of course I should not really take this in my trading whatsoever, but if we're going to look back here, and we can go on and on and on here. Half moon, we came down. Full moon, we came up. Half moon, we came down. Full moon, we came up. Half moon, we came down. Not pretty down. Full moon, we came up. Half moon, we came down. Full moon, we came up. Half moon, we still came up here. That's pretty interesting. Full moon, once again, we came up from that point, of course, respectively. Half moon, we came down. Is it going to repeat itself once again? So always in these orange phases, we tend to be pumping, like you can see. Always in these orange phases on the market, we tend to get pumping. We tend to get pumpy very, very quickly in a very rapid pace. And of course, yesterday we on the 19th of November, no, 20th of November, yesterday, we flipped it into a full moon phase once again here. So some people are already taking their trades based off this here. I should definitely not base my trades on it, but if we're going to just purely look back here towards every single time this plays out here, it does clearly shows us that every single time there's going to be a full moon here, the market tends to be rallying up here. It tends, of course, it's a 95%, something like that, right? 95%, 90%, the market tends to be moving up here. So this is, of course, relatively a little bit more of a bullish signal we're getting in the market. People maybe can start to get a little bit more excited about it as well here, but like, it's a weird one. It's a weird one, but so far it works. So let me quickly check out on what is going to be happening here. But yeah, hedge your bets, guys. I've never seen this indicator before. I mean, it's not really an indicator. It's more kind of a tool. I don't really see this as an indicator. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. You can just search it up. I was not aware it was as well right here. You can see just move phase. It's a building, so it's just a script. But yeah, pretty exciting. Move phases. Are we going to be seeing this further continuation up here? Full moon FOMO. Someone saying in the chat, full moon FOMO. So that's pretty cool. You were ETV buggy. You were saying full moon FOMO. So that's pretty cool. Rover, are we made 90% of water and the moon has the power to move the ocean? Well, that's pretty crazy. How about VeChain? Let me run in towards VeChain. Because yeah, we are, I mean, at least I am extremely excited about VeChain, but well, of course, Algorand is definitely pushing up right now here. So my algo trade is doing a respectively once again a good job here. Moon was on 86 cents here. Let's see if we could be even getting a further continuation up here. Maybe we're going to get just such a massive pump like we did got over there. So it will be lovely to see. So yeah, VeChain is breaking down ever so slightly right now. So that's of course unfortunate. Yesterday we got rejected by the top side. Right now we are breaking down. They were not holding on towards the support line. So there's of course, yeah, a little bit more of a bearish effect that we're currently getting in the market. So this could be leaning for the imminent short term to maybe be a little bit more bearish. What we can still see is that we're still forming higher lows. So we'd love to see this trend getting continue towards the upside. But yeah, if we're going to zoom out here still, with everything and all the developments, and by the way, Bitcoin retesting this high over here right now. Are we going to get a fake out or not? That's going to be the real big question. If Bitcoin is going to be faking out over here, usually you get a lot of more, what I always want to be saying here, usually in the weekends, you tend to get way more fake outs for Bitcoin. So let's see if we are going to get this fake out right now for the weekend. And let's see if Bitcoin could be seeing this further continuation up here towards way higher targets rather than a continuation down here from a rejection of this range here. So it's going to be pretty exciting how we're going to be playing out right now here. But what's VeChain? I think VeChain is just a coin that you should be looking at in terms of like, is the good buy in terms of the fundamentals? Because I'm bullish about VeChain because I'm bullish on the fundamentals of VeChain, right? So in the end of the day, I do like to see coins doing something to the real world, and of course, what VeChain does here is bringing a supply chain blockchain towards the real world use case. So that's of course a very good thing here, and that's the reason why I do see a lot of potential in the project, and that's the reason why I do see a lot of potential in the coming years ahead of us, first of all, in the coming months as well, the coming 2 months ahead of us right now with December, with like Christmas coming up, etc. This could be having a very exciting effect on the market. This could be having a very exciting few days that we're going to be having here, because yeah, there's going to be a lot of shipping. Like, people are going to be ordering a lot of stuff here. You'll see in terms of supply chains, it's going to be way more busier in the coming month here, because yeah, way more people are ordering stuff here. And since VeChain is a supply chain blockchain, supply chains are going to get effed. You know, I do think it's going to be performing very well here, and that's the reason why right now I do think it's a no-brainer to be, of course, extremely bullish about VeChain. And we have been clearly setting the trend already. Of course, we don't always move up in a straight line here, but downtrends are meant for buying. You can clearly see here we're forming a beautiful higher low structure here, and we're forming a beautiful structure towards the upside. Personally, I do think, yeah, you can clearly see higher low getting formed, higher low. Of course, this low can be forming even. Yeah, it can come down all the way down to, let's say, 11 cents. It's still going to be forming a higher low here. So, respectively, right now, I think accumulating VeChain right now in this movement down here is going to be extremely strong and extremely valuable. So definitely looking forward towards how we're going to do so. So Shane as well, good morning to the chat here. Salbridge is saying Bitcoin is undervalued. Will you all agree? I definitely agree here. I think Bitcoin is extremely undervalued. But yeah, VeChain is definitely, in my opinion, in terms of just the momentum that's currently creating, yeah, maybe still in a minor downtrend. If we're going to look at some momentum indicators here on the daily time frame, yeah, we can clearly see it's forming a hidden bullish virtue still in the market. So yeah, price action of VeChain has been forming a higher low. The RSI has been forming a lower low. So this could be still have this very bullish effect on the market, and it's looking I'm definitely looking forward towards that one for sure. So pretty exciting, and I would love to see, of course, a bounce back for VeChain towards the highs, around the 18 cents, of course, towards the upside. So yeah, looking forward towards that, and I think VeChain is, of course, as long as you're holding it long enough, it's going to be extremely good buy. So yeah, of course, for me, I accumulate my majority of my VeChains around 8 cents, around 6 cents as well. So for me, right now, I'm already in a major profit. But for sure, I've been accumulating this VeChain dip here. I've been literally accumulating 13 cents range once again. So I'm very glad that I did accumulate it on the lows here. Of course, I've not been catching the exact bottom here. And of course, if the market, I already told myself once again, if the market is going to come down to 12 cents around, I will be accumulating more VeChain. And I already set some limit orders up here to be accumulating more VeChain, because I do definitely think that if you're not holding enough VeChain, it's definitely irresponsible for your portfolio. At least if you do want to be missing out on major gains here, you should not be holding VeChain. So far, Bitcoin looks to be getting rejected over here. So it's going to be pretty exciting on how it's going to be playing out here. So option expiration effect on Bitcoin, guys. So yeah, what we do know as well here is that next week is going to be the option expiration week. And of course, next Friday, the options are going to be expiring on Bitcoin. That's going to be always having a very exciting effect on the market. Usually, the option expiration week here is a bearish week for Bitcoin. Usually the last week of the month is a more of a bearish week of the month. But we do know here is that we have moon cycle. So just kidding. But yeah, very exciting what we're having here. You'll see the last week here, they are a little bit more bearish on Bitcoin. But I mean, if I'm going to look back to September, it was like bullish into September, right? So September, the options expired on the 24th. So that's the reason why we were bullish afterwards. So right now, if we're going to look back to the option expiration dates here, options expired on October 29th. So October 29th, yeah, we were a little bit in downtrend since towards that point here. And afterwards, we start to continue up here. If we're going to look at August here, August was, of course, the 27th. So August 27th, that was over here. We were as well a little bit of a sideways action. Afterwards, we started pumping up here. As well, we're going to look to the expiration of July. It was the 30th of July. And of course, towards that point, we did have a surge here. So it's definitely not out of the books that next week can be bullish. But usually the option expiration week is a little bit more of a bearish week. So yeah, we just have to wait and see how it's going to be playing out right now here. So and Bitcoin looks to be pushing up ever so slightly here, so that's lovely to see here. Let me see what the chat is saying right now here. VeChain is a Chinese project. I mean, yeah, but if it's going to be making me good gains here, I'm buying it towards it. Let me see. Can you make a prediction for Sand or Meta? So let me go into Sandbox. I mean, I'm pretty bullish on Sand, of course. In the end of the day, it's pretty cool project. I mean, a good few of my friends literally made like a 40x roll of this coin. So yeah, I mean, pretty excited about Sandbox, what they're doing, and especially since the meta hype, of course, came around. Yeah, Sand absolutely exploded here, because yeah, more and more people are getting excited about it. These NFT projects, of course, these metaverse projects here. So Sand is, of course, pretty cool here what they're doing. This is like this crypto game. And I think it's going to be a particular big thing here. I think it's going to be extremely big thing here. It's like some kind of a Minecraft game or so, if I say this correctly. But yeah, they are doing a pretty good job here. They really have a big game, and they have a really big brand. This was partnered up with Snoop Dogg here. I see him tweeting about this stuff as well sometimes. So that's pretty cool what they're doing here. But creating your own land here, you can literally buy portions of land with the token, etc. Y cent is utility token, and of course, people are making big profits here. You can see it's some kind of a Minecraft game or whatsoever, and you have, of course, special NFTs in the project. So I personally think, yeah, it's a particular big project, and it's going to become more and more bigger and bigger. And you can see as well, you have like this map here. I've never really went over the site here. And you can see some people are buying plots of land here, and it costs like these tokens. You have to buy them. And I mean, people are already playing this game like crazy, and it's pretty cool how this works, of course. But just it's like crypto in a game, and I mean, that just makes me pretty excited, because yeah, there's just more and more getting into towards it as well. You can see NFTs for sale here that you can use on your plot of land here. You can see some NFTs cost over $2,000. Some NFTs just cost $100. But of course, pretty exciting at how this works here. I am very. It's like some kind of Habbo hotel, you know. So that's pretty cool what they're doing over here. But yeah, personally about the project, it is just increasing so massively because it just works so good together, and because of the metaverse hype, and because of the gaming and NFT hype. And I mean, some friends might already, of course, predicted this gaming hype that it was going to come here. And personally, I'm very happy to see Sandbox increasing so massively in valuation for those that are excited about it. I personally do think that Sandbox still has a way further continuation towards the upside as well to do so. When we'll be topping up, we don't know for sure. Right now, it's trading on a 3.7 billion market capitalization. So personally, it can be easily do another 10x from here on. It's definitely not out of the books here. Yeah, it is trading on particularly high ranges here. Of course, what we do know, if we are just seeing such a high surge here, well, of course, a lot of people accumulated. So a 500% surge here in just a matter of 100 days here, right? At 20 days, ridiculous even. So because the market moved up so quickly here, I do want to be saying this to you guys out there, because the market moved up so quickly, we do know that there are a lot of wallet addresses are in profit. So once there are a lot of wallet addresses are in profit, you do want to be taking into consideration that a drop-off is, of course, as well more likely to expect. So yeah, the risk is most certainly increasing, but do I see necessarily sense stopping out of here? No, because I think it's a good project, it has a good use case, and they're really developing interesting stuff, you know. I really like this, how they are doing so. So, personally, yeah, it can be coming down here, but I'm looking forward towards how it's going to be playing out here. I think this Descent is basically the biggest crypto game that there's out there, so it can definitely move up towards a P20 spot here, and I'm excited about how it's going to be running towards the upside. So do I already have a prediction for this coin? I just see right now in the market that we are forming a bearish divergence. So we're forming, of course, higher high in the market, lower high here on the RSI. And this, of course, right now forming, of course, this hidden bearish, regular bearish divergence on the market. And this could be, of course, coming, yeah, resulting in a potential correction on the sand price section. So, yeah, Sandbox is indeed a little bit, yeah, overextended maybe right now on the short term. So I'm very curious on how it's going to be playing out here. But yeah, always do your own research. Only thing that I will be saying to you guys out there is that the risk is most certainly increasing if you're going to be accumulating it towards it right now. So as well, Germany, Jersey Army Boy donating to the channel. You're saying, hey brother, how are you doing? I'm doing very good. Hopefully you're doing as well very good here. So you're asking me, can you please chart your analysis and price prediction for JASMY, please? So let me run in towards JASMY right away, man. And of course, I think we already did JASMY before here on the channel for you. But yeah, this coin has been basically in a very significant downtrend for quite a while here. It has been in a downtrend for approximately 18 days right now. So yeah, it moved up very quickly. It came down as well very quickly right now here. So I don't know exactly why it moved up so quickly. So let me quickly go to this this token here is trading on P230 with a 720 million market capitalization, so that's pretty interesting, of course. Like you can see here, in terms of where it was trading previously around here, it's trading almost worth nothing, so that's pretty crazy what we're currently having. There's only 10% circulating supply as well, so do expect there's going to be a lot of... oh, what's great? What's this? So do expect as well that there's going to be a lot of inflation still in this coin, because yeah, it's going to be literally an 1000% inflation on this project still, so please keep that into consideration. I don't think this is going to be a long-term hold, a good long-term hold here. You can see already the inflation is, because of the inflation, the price, like the market cap and realized price is going to be different. Just like we had with like the graph as well had crazy amounts of inflation because the circulating supply was so low on the launch. Please be careful and take this into consideration. Because the inflation can be so high on this project, I do first of all will be right away say I don't think it's a good long-term hold here. If you're going to look at the short term, yeah, we could be maybe do some charting and we could be seeing some downward slope resistance line getting formed from the highs here, upward sloping support line getting formed from the lows over here as well. So we're forming some crucial trend lines over here on the market. So the support line is not really a line that I do like to talk about right now here, to be honest. I don't really see as a significant upper slope support line. Clear downward slope resistance line here. As soon as we are going to be breaking the downtrend, yeah, we could be in for a further continuation up here. But so far we're not doing so as well. Maybe some horizontal levels that we could be retracing towards is of course the range high that we did got to generate over here before we went exponential. And if we're going to come down towards the range here, it could be providing of course a very strong bounce here on the market. So real quickly, give me a second. So, yeah, very curious on how it's going to be playing out here right now for that coin here, but I don't know if I want to be extremely excited about it. I don't know as well exactly what it is doing right now here, so that's for me as well very hard to base an opinion of it. So let me quickly see here. Bitcoin, of course, bouncing back on the 1 hour candle right now here. So as well, people are asking about MENA. Let me as well move into MENA. Meta Hero is way better compared to Cent here, so... I mean, let's check it out in a second here. So MENA, we have been already talking about it. The Decentraland here, of course, basically the same as Cent here as well. This, I mean, is MENA higher than Cent? Oh, MENA is higher than Cent. I was not aware about that. I thought MENA was trading below it. So yeah, Decentraland is basically as well this this gaming project. I was thinking that Sand was the biggest one, but Mana, Decentraland is a little bit bigger. So yeah, pretty excited here, of course, as well. Gaming project. So yeah, Mana, of course, moved up as well very quickly here because of the metaverse hype here. You can clearly see it had this approximately run up here of an approximately 500% just a matter of 5 days here. So still going to be, you have to still remember that, of course, since a lot of people are right now in profits, yeah, we could be seeing, of course, these drop-offs that you're maybe not expecting right now here. But if there are so many people in profit, you usually tend to see some profit taking. What we can currently see in the market is that, like, we are having this upper sloping parallel channel towards the higher ranges here. You can see lower, higher lows and higher highs getting formed there. Right now, for me, in terms of a buying opportunity for Mana Decentraland, I should be definitely wait for the minor retrace towards lower sides here, towards this this red box over here. So if this this support zone is going to get touched here, this could be, of course, your accumulation zone. So definitely very excited about how this is going to be playing out here. I can't wait to see how Decentraland is going to be bouncing back from all these range lows here that we could be getting generate from up this point here. Some people are saying I bought more Dogecoin because I'm waiting for an Elon Musk tweet. So that's pretty cool here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, for me now, we really wait. For me, in my opinion, right now, I should definitely wait for maybe the $3.62 getting reached there. Before then, seeing an further continuation up here. So definitely in terms of accumulation, should wait for the $3.60 here getting reached here. Let me real quickly go over Meta Hero, because you guys tend to be very excited about it. It's on P2000 here. His as well in marketplace. So yeah, you guys are very excited about this project here. Of course, we have been talking about it already earlier on here, but yeah, there's not really a gaming project here. It's a little bit differently, of course. But yeah, pretty excited about what it is doing as well. An NFT project here, and they've got like 150k holders. So it's pretty big, of course, already, but still relatively small, of course. So yeah, hopefully it could be doing a very good few amount of stuff here for you guys out there. But yeah, Mana's is definitely Mana Center, definitely very exciting projects in my opinion right now here to keep your eyes on. So yeah, by the way, Binance coin, yeah, we did clearly trade it against this resistance range here. Yesterday we closed above it. Right now we're retesting it. You can clearly see here. So for Binance coin, it's resistance, support, resistance, resistance, resistance. Failed to hold on towards support, right now flipping into support. So Binance coin as well, in terms of people that were expecting me right now, what I want to be saying about Binance coin, I personally see it as a very good buying range over here. I definitely see it as a low risk buying range for Binance coin here as well, guys. Quickly going to be asking a favor for you guys. I see we're right now watching with more than 600 of you guys out there. We're right now only 10 likes away before smashing up to 1,000 to 300 likes. I mean, so guys, can we smash it up to 300 likes right now? We'll be truly appreciated if we could be doing so. So don't forget to smash up the like button right now. We'll be definitely appreciated if we are going to be smashing up that like button right now here, so we can be smashing it up towards, of course, this 300 yeah, like target. So only 10 of you guys right now have to smash it up here. So don't forget to go below the video and smash up the like button. Of course, if you do want to be hitting that subscribe button as well, would be of course truly appreciated if you're going to do so, because if we're going to look towards the subscriber count, guys, we are right now only 6 subscribers away before smashing it up to 68.6k here. So that would be of course really appreciated if we could be reaching a target today here. So I'm very curious if we can do so, and of course if we can reach that target, we'll be extremely excited. So Bitcoin looks to be getting an ever so slight rejection, so let's see how it's going to be playing out here. But yeah, don't forget to smash it up. We smashed through 300 likes. That's pretty amazing. As well, I was willing to go over Apex real quickly. I'm trying to go over the most amount of projects right now today here, so hopefully you guys like it. So I'm not going into real much details about every single project. I'm used to go, I'll talk a little bit only about the higher time frames here. So yeah, Apex of course moving up very exponentially. I mean, we talked about Apex while it was retesting the 1.618 here, was of course in general a good buying opportunity, we told you guys. So since then, of course, we did some further continuation up here, and Apex of course is once again up approximately 42% just a matter of 2 days here. If we're going to look at Apex, the Avalanche, of course, it is right now increasing massively, $30 billion US market capitalization. It had, of course, a major rally, and Apex was, of course, as well, did an approximately, yeah, 13x here in the past, let's say 8 months here. So yeah, it has been showing us very strong gains right now here, and it is rolling up very quickly as well. Still going to say to you guys out there, of course, the risk is most certainly increasing right here. I mean, the 4-hour candles are looking healthy, 1-hour candles are looking healthy as well. So that is, of course, particularly exciting what we are having on this market. If we're going to look at the daily time frame, yeah, we can clearly see we are forming as well relatively bullish structure here. So if I'm going to look at Apex right now here, I'm not seeing anything bearish right now on the momentum indicator. So this of course is definitely a very good thing here. And Crusader General, I will be checking out your requests in a second here. So yeah, we'll be going over it, but the AFX, yeah, definitely very exciting what we're currently having in the market. So only 1 day remaining here, sorry, only 14 hours remaining in this daily candle here. It's going to once again close on a higher high than the previous high over here. It's going to be in a very relatively strong trend here. No bearish or bullish verge getting formed there, so it definitely could be having a way further continuation up here. How I will be approaching the highs here, where we could be finding some resistance on, is of course going to be the Fibonacci from the previous trend over here. And of course, if we're going to listen to the Fibonacci here, if we're going to close this daily candle above the 2.618 here, the next realistic target is going to be the 3.618 here, and the next realistic target is going to be the $155. What is going to be from up this point of trading here right now, still approximately 14% surge towards the upside. So yeah, Avalanche is doing a very strong job here. I'm going to say to you guys out there, it's trading on 30 billion right now. And of course, it to do a 2x from now on has to be, of course, increase all its way towards the price market cap of Cardano. So yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting what it is going to be having here. So hopefully we could be seeing a further continuation up here. But personally, I will be still say to you guys out there, it's definitely an increasing risk. Right now with accumulating more in terms of the potential reward. Yeah, it could be for sure do a 2x from here, maybe a 3x from here on, but more than you're not going to do a 10x from up this point here. So yeah, if you really want to be making big gains here, I don't think that Avalanche is right now a good buying opportunity, because it already saw the massive pump here, of course. So let me quickly look at micro bets for you guys out there. Let me quickly go over this. So yeah, micro bets. I mean, bro, I don't like this chart. I can't really do analysis if I'm seeing such a chart here. So it's probably too small of a project here. I mean, yeah, I've been B800. It's pretty low. It's only 28 million market cap, so take that in consideration. But for me, I can't really do my analysis on it, so that's pretty unfortunate for you, man. Because there is not enough information here on the trading view chart. So excuse me for that, Crusader General. But yeah, it had a massive run up. It came all the way down, way down again here. So hopefully for you, it's going to be seeing a further continuation up here. But yeah, I mean, I already don't like that there's so much circulating supply, because yeah, it's just some people are getting full because the price is so low. But I don't know exactly what the project is doing. But for sure, pretty exciting. VeChain or Holo? I definitely have to go for VeChain. Rover, can you please check out SushiSwap USDT? Of course, let me go over SushiSwap real quickly. Big shout out to you here, Sati Aima OPM here. So SushiSwap, of course, has been consolidating for quite a while here. SushiSwap, if we're going to go to Sushi, it's trading relatively sideways, and it has been trading on like the top 100. Yeah, just around the top 100 here. So right now it has a market cap of 1.1 billion. So basically all the top 100 coins is right $1 billion in market cap. So it's pretty crazy what we're currently having. They have always a total locked value of 6 billion, but is of course as well crazy amount here. Let me quickly check up here if we did reach it. No, we not reached it yet here. So that's as well a pretty crazy amount that we did got it on the market. Right now, if we're going to be looking at this chart here, we could be maybe aiming for some very significant consolidation phases here. I mean, I do want to be saying we're seeing some critical trend lines that are getting formed there, but I will be not approaching them like that, because I don't really like the way how they're shifting up right now. So the weekly time frame as well, it is showing signs of consolidation. It's showing signs of an accumulation zone. So I would have loved to see this weekly candle, of course, still close above this range here. They could be having a little bit more of a bullish effect if we're going to do so. But so far what we're seeing on SushiSwap is that we're forming a higher low after higher low after higher low. That is while we're right now in a lower high trend here on the weekly time frame. So in order for Sushi to really see a continuation up here, we do need to see, of course, this downtrend on the weekly time frame getting shifted. And in order to see that happening, you have to be forming, of course, a higher weekly candle close here. So as soon as the weekly candle close is going to close higher than these lows that we could generate over here, we could be starting to get an uptrend again. But so far we're clearly still in a downtrend and basically in a consolidation trend, because consolidation trend is basically where you're forming higher lows and lower highs at the same time. So Let's see how it's going to be playing out here. On the daily time frame, we still have been in a downtrend since we have been forming lower high, lower high, lower low, lower low. So it's of course particularly interesting to as well shift this trend here. But of course, if we can shift this trend, this could be resulting in a major trend reversal as well in the weekly time frame. But so far, yeah, I don't know exactly what I should think about sushi. It has been clearly in a downtrend. It has been a consolidation trend. So yeah, it could be seeing maybe some major volatility. But so far in the imminent short term, I don't really see anything happening so special. On the 4-hourly candles, yeah, we're moving down in a very significant trend here. You can clearly see lower side of support getting found here, top side of resistance getting found as well. Maybe could be approaching the resistance a little bit differently from the highs over there. So I don't know what it's going to exactly do from this point. But for me right now to really have an opinion about this project, I should rather suggest looking at the daily time frame. And for me to think, for me to give my opinion about the daily time frame, I just gave it already. Is that we have to be seeing this trend reversal getting formed here on the 1-hour candles as well. We're seeing just basically sideways action here. We're forming definitely a very significant downward sub resistance line getting, on the market. This downward sub resistance line is doing a particularly good job here. To be honest, we can see as well we're forming a horizontal range of support, so this could be for sure well play out right now in some kind of a descending triangle. Descending triangles are typical bearish bias patterns, so if we are going to fail to hold on towards the support line, yeah, we could be then see of course this continuation towards lower targets. So yeah, it's going to be relatively important how sushi is going to be performing from this point here, but still I should be taking in consideration that we are right now in this massive downtrend / consolidation trend here on the higher time frame. So yeah, pretty exciting. And it has been not doing so strong here like you want to be seeing, of course. But yeah, SushiSwap is as well a swap exchange here on the Ethereum blockchain. And basically the swap exchange high was in the beginning there, but right now we still have Uniswap. And let me see where Uniswap is standing here. Uniswap is falling off as well, ever so slightly, if I say it correctly. Uniswap P17 with 13 billion market capitalization. What is of course also still particularly high down from its all-time high here. So yeah, as soon as Uniswap is going to perform a little bit better, I do see these other swap exchanges like SushiSwap going to follow as well. And I do see these things goes with hype waves. So maybe there's going to be a hype wave for swap exchanges anytime soon once again. But for Ethereum swaps to be going well here, we do really need to see some more or better layer 2 solutions, or maybe lower transaction fees on the Ethereum network. So yeah, pretty cool. Good morning, Amir. Hopefully you're having an amazing job here. You already talked about Engine. No, I have not. I have not talked about Engine yet here. So yeah, Engine of course moved up very quickly. Set a new autumn, not yet a new autumn high, but was respectively close yesterday to setting a new autumn high here. If we're going to look at the daily time frame, if we're going to look at the daily time frame, yes. What we're seeing right now is that we're having a massive momentum loss here. I want to be discussing this because it's of course important to look at the momentum, how it is right now picking up, or how it is right now generating, or how the market is right now forming its momentum here. You can clearly see the market has been forming a higher high on the market, like you can see. Well, the market is been forming a higher high here. The RSI has been cooling off massively, and we have been starting to set a lower high over there. And yeah, since we have been forming a lower high on the market, this is of course right now resulting in of course a bearish divergence getting formed on the daily time frame. This bearish divergence is for me a pretty clear signal that Engine is right now losing a little bit of its steam here on the trend towards the upside. Because this trend towards the upside is right now losing its steam here, yeah, we could be having a massive cool period getting started. But basically how I should be approaching it, yeah, Engine could be seeing a further continuation up here since it's right now in this parabolic trend towards the upside. But yeah, the risk is most certainly increasing by accumulating in general right this range here, since we're losing major momentum. And of course, such a momentum loss can be maybe getting realized in a few weeks from now on. Maybe the market could be still moving up and we're going to lose more momentum on the trend, and then it's going to come down here. But basically what I do want to be bringing with you, and what the moral of the story is here, is that the risk is certainly increasing when accumulating as well. On the MACD, you're seeing a bearish divergence getting formed here, so that is of course important to keep your attention towards right now here. Real quickly, give me a second. So, by the way, I did a vote here, and let me talk a little bit further about Engine here. But guys, by the way, in the chat here, I did a vote. Is the Bitcoin bull market top in here? And 34% is saying yes. 34% of the viewers is right now saying yes, and 34% of the viewers think the bull market top is in here. So that's very curious. If you guys do think so, let me know in the chat here. Why do you think the bull market top is in here? And what are your targets for the end of the year? Let me know real quickly in the chat here. Guys, what is your... Do you think really the bull market top is in here? Yes or no? Let me know as well real quickly in the chat. And please, give me as well some thoughts like, why do you think the bull market top is in, right? So, yeah, let me further go into Engine, and we'll quickly keep my eyes set on the chat here. So yeah, engine is doing a particularly good job as well. On the 1 hour candles, it's coming down ever so slightly. So could be maybe form some kind of a head and shoulders pattern. It's going to be bouncing back from this range here. So far it is yeah, trading on this horizontal range here. This horizontal range is holding up the price action very well here. If it's going to see an increase from of this high over here, we could be maybe create some kind of an left shoulder head, right shoulder pattern. So it's going to be definitely very exciting. So yeah, looking good. But yeah, let's wait on how the 1 hour candles for inches is going to be playing out here. 91k is top here. No, bull market token is not in right now. Whoa, AVAX, I never bought it, but geez, yeah, indeed, AVAX is doing crazy things right now here. AVAX is definitely doing crazy things right here on this time of recording. But yeah, if we're going to look at the engine coin here, you can clearly see that previous highs are already getting retested as well here. So this of course as well, respectively, a very strong thing to see. So would like to see another major dip here to like the 50 move. Yeah, I mean, would love to see another major dip here. I mean, if we're going to get another major dip, we just have a little bit more time to accumulate more. What do you think about 135k at least? We dropped to 45k and bounced to 98. I mean, 45k is a relatively low target here to really see the market going all the way back towards that range. But yeah, I personally don't see the market going so low. I mean, we got eventually in the end of the day we got full moon. No, just kidding. But yeah, it's. I mean, 45k is going to be here. So you think the market is going to go all the way down back to this range over here? Doesn't make any sense here. If we're going to continue compare these rallies that we got generated on the market, worst case scenario in my opinion is going to be $52,000. And even that, I don't think we're going to reach it because too many people are right now anticipating the $52,000 range here on the market. So it's of course extremely exciting. Let me see here. Please don't spam the chat here. Some people are saying GG bear market. I don't really see this as a bear market. If people see a bear market where Bitcoin just like a little bit less than 10 days ago here, of course, yeah, a little bit, yeah, 11 days ago we set a new all-time high on the market, and right now you're calling it a bear market. So I don't see a bear market where you just recently 11 days ago set a new all-time high here, and people don't still understand that the situation in the whole world is right now very different. Why we could be right to expect that we're not going to be in a bear market like we always should have to be, and that's of course I think how I see the market and the way how I approach the market in general. So if Bitcoin is really going to come down further, this will be only giving us and allowing us to accumulate some more Bitcoins for some cheaper prices. And of course, if we could be accumulating Bitcoins for cheaper prices, I would definitely love to see so, because I will be, of course, at the end of the day, generate way more wealth here, because the lower Bitcoin is going to go, the more time we have for accumulating more Bitcoins. And that's always how I'm going to be approaching it. So I would most certainly love to see the market coming down all the way back to, let's say, 40k, maybe 30k, maybe I would love to see it all the way going down to, let's say, $100, because then we could be buying so much Bitcoins. But I mean, I as well want to be staying realistic, and if you're going to be staying realistic, I do think that like Bitcoin going all the way back down to 45k, it's a little bit too low in my case. And for everyone, some people are right now, like some friends of mine, they are still waiting to buy Bitcoin. They're going to wait till Bitcoin is going to reach 50k again, and they are going to be buying on 50k. But if the market doesn't get to 50k, they missed out. And those people that missed out are going to be FOMOing in back towards major rallies towards the upside, because they are, yeah, having FOMO. They're having fear of missing out. They're having major fear of missing out the major pump here on the market. So let me real quickly go to the fear and greed index on the market as well. So yeah, you can see right now we're back in neutral territory. I mean, yesterday we were in fear. Day before we were of course on 34 in the index, so that's pretty interesting what we're having here. So in terms of the 3 month here, we've been on a pretty low stage here. So yeah, it's very interesting to see where the market is right now bouncing towards. But yeah, there's definitely a little bit more uncertainty in the market here, because you can see it as well in the chats here. I see it because I do YouTube here. I make daily YouTube content. I see there's more fear in general in the market. I see more people saying we're in a bear market, and what I learned from YouTube, every single time that people in the chat are saying to me there's a bear market, you see, it's the best time to be buying. That's unfortunately the thing what's true. So yeah, let's see how it's going to be playing out here, because usually people, let's say, who right now calling for a bear market, they did sold, let's say, the dip. They sold the dip, and they right now want to see a bear market. That's the whole point. Bitcoin is not going to 55 for a while here. Cryptocurrencies at an all-time high. That is bearish. No, Cryptocurrencies is doing a very strong job here. Cryptocurrencies is bullish for me long term, for sure. Some people are asking 98k for the end of the year possible. I think it's still a very ambitious target, but it is Bitcoin. So there only has to be one article, or there only has to be one company announcing they bought Bitcoin, and one big company, of course, and Bitcoin can be trading on 98k by the end of the year. So it's possible. Is it a hard job? For sure. Is it possible? For sure as well. It really depends on how the coming few months are going to look like. And we don't know if there's going to be a company going to say they're holding Bitcoin. We don't know if Apple's going to say they're holding Bitcoin whatsoever. But we need to get these things rolling. But of course, what we do know is that companies will never declare they're owning Bitcoin if they don't have enough. So if you don't hear any companies right now talk about Bitcoin, Bitcoin's trading on 60k here. Hear that Bitcoin's trading on 60k. There's so many institutions into crypto. There are ETFs coming towards crypto to Bitcoin. So the space is very getting just mature. The space is getting more mature, and these companies are not going to say I'm holding Bitcoin if they don't hold enough of it, because if those companies are going to say we hold it, there's going to become a lot of FOMO, and they want to buy cheap, and they want to be buying as much as possible, basically. So take that in consideration. What are your thoughts on the Wonderland APY? I don't know what Wonderland is. Not even 55k for a double bottom. 55k of borrowed. I'm not saying the Bitcoin can, let's say, not go down to those level around 52k. I think the worst case scenario is 52k. But if Bitcoin is going to go down to 55k, it's going to be definitely very exciting. Could be for sure in for a double bottom, especially since we still have the CME close ahead of us right now. The CME open, of course. But yeah, Bitcoin could be for sure go for another move down here, because that will be only shaking out more people, especially if we're going to go right now. We recovered ever so slightly. Bitcoin is going to fall once again towards lows here. This will be getting a lot of people worried. And I already talked a little bit about the scenario that Bitcoin is just going, look, if you compare these daily corrections on the markets, right? Usually they take quite a while here. From the highs, from the lows, they usually take like 20 days or whatsoever. Right now from the high to the low here, we are right now in, let's say, 12 days. So it could be for sure take a little bit longer till this correction is really over. And as well, what I do know here is that next week is going to be expiration date. So next week, we're going to have the options getting expired. And with the options getting expired, we usually see a little bit more of a bearish week ahead of us. So yeah, next week could be a little bit more of a bearish week for Bitcoin. So make sure to be prepared for that. I mean, I'm a huge Bitcoin bull here, but sometimes I am a little bit more bearish on the imminent short term. Then if I'm going to talk about longer term, you can't be bearish at all. You can't be bearish at all on the market. So guys, as well, let me quickly check up. If we reach the 60, yeah, we reached the 68.6k here. So guys, thank you so much for smashing it up to 68.6k here. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel if you're new here. Truly appreciate that you did smash up that subscriber button. So if you're new here as well and you have not smashed up the subscribe button yet here, make sure to do so, because yeah, we are aiming to reach, let's say, 70k near the end of November, and hopefully we can reach it. I don't know for sure we can, but it would be truly amazing if we could reach the 70k by the end of November. So guys, if you haven't already smashed up the subscribe button, it would be truly appreciated if you're going to do so. And of course, if you're down there and you want to be smashing up like button as well, be my guest, will be as well very much appreciated. Hopefully plan B is not plan B. So I mean, the plan B predictions are not basically based off the stock to flow model. Stock to flow model is definitely still valid. Stock to flow model is a way wait, there's no way. Stock to flow model is basically a way different model, and that's not the reason why he made this prediction here. Let me see what he's doing. So many scam accounts, of course. And you said it over here. So to clarify, the 98k November prediction is not based on the stock to flow model, but on my floor model. As I said before in my tweets in the latest podcast, I use three models: stock to flow, floor model, on-chain model. In that, for example, 98k November floor model predicts fails. Doesn't mean that the stock to flow or on-chain fails. So yeah, I mean, stock to flow model is definitely a very strong, good model to look at. And of course, 100k prediction is definitely not out of the books here, in my opinion. I definitely think we could be reaching this this target, as we at least for 100k in the coming years ahead of us. And guys, you know what I'm really getting excited for is 2024, and it seems so far away. Like 2 years from now on, it's going to be 2024. Now, like two years and a month from now on, it's going to be 2024. 2024 is going to be a major year for all us Bitcoin holders, and you know what? in 2024, some people right now watching it and think like, oh, that's a crazy amount of time. But I know already time flies in crypto, time flies in the crypto space. And there's going to be, before you know, we're already in 2024. And in 2024, we're going to get, of course, the new Bitcoin halving. The next Bitcoin halving is going to be massive. It's going to be just like I just can't wait for it already. I mean, I know in 2016 I was ready for it. Well, the 2020, sorry, in 2017, 2018, I was talking with my friends about it. Oh, guys, 2020 is going to be a crazy year. The next halving for Bitcoin, and of course the next bull run. I can't wait for it. We all said to each other, and we bought into a lot of altcoins. They made a very good profit for us here, of course. But yeah, very excited what we did got on the market over there at that point here. But yeah, for the next halving, it's going to be only more exciting here. Who's ready for the next Bitcoin halving? I'm ready for it. So only a few years from now on, so less than 2.5 years, we're going to have the next Bitcoin halving. What is going to be having such a bullish effect on the market. Less and less supply will be coming towards us, and there will be less supply growth for Bitcoin, less inflation. So just prepare. If you're going to be buying Bitcoin, buy it for the long term. I mean, if you want to make real good money, buy Bitcoin. Don't look at it for the coming 3 years. You're going to be settled. That's how I see it. And that's the reason why my job right now is that I assigned myself for is to accumulate the most amount of Bitcoins. So that's of course for sure possible, for sure true here. Let me quickly check out on the 4-hour candles. Oh, excuse me. Pretty exciting. Sorry if I missed it, but what is your take on Shiba? I mean, bro, what is my take on Shiba? I'm extremely bullish on Shiba. No, of course not. Shiba is a shit coin in my opinion. Of course, it pumped a little bit here, recently. It's in a downtrend. It's moving now. The Shiba is a coin that you stay away from. If you stay away from Shiba, you're going to do a good job. You're not going to get wrecked. So stay away from Shiba. I don't think it's a good coin. By the way, we closed the 1-hour candle. Congratulations for surviving one. So it looks to me that Bitcoin is still getting rejected by this range here, so pretty exciting. But yeah, what we're seeing with Shiba, I mean, I think it's a shit coin. I think you should stay away from it. That's basically what I think. Nothing very special. By the way, Algorand moving up very quickly here. So, Bitcoin halving, yeah, for you guys that don't know it, I mean, last time around, I had like a chat with a few friends of mine where we're in crypto, and they were not aware what a Bitcoin halving is. I think it's irresponsible if you don't know what a Bitcoin halving is, because my whole interest about Bitcoin began with the halving, because the halving is basically why Bitcoin is successful and why Bitcoin will be successful for the longer term, because a Bitcoin halving is basically every single 4 years, approximately every single 100,000 blocks or whatsoever for Bitcoin, you get a Bitcoin halving. And Bitcoin halving is basically that the block rewards are going to halve itself. So it's an exponential, yeah, the Bitcoin halving is basically resulting in less and less supply coming towards the market. And if you're going to go to class node and you see like in supply chain, let me quickly see this, supply issuance, like you can see over here, you can basically see that every single 4 year there's getting less and less supply towards the market. And you can see as well, right now we're seeing clearly that we are of course in a very, very beautiful structure, and of course in a few years from now there will be less and less supply, and you can see it's already particularly low, since like over here we got like every single day we got like 8,000 Bitcoins in towards the market. Then of course the whole years from 2013 towards 2017 we did saw like 2016 to 2017, of course we saw like 4,000 Bitcoins every day getting in towards the market. Then, of course, on since 2016 to 2020, we saw like 1,600 Bitcoins every single day getting in towards the market. And then, of course, since 2020, we are seeing like 800 Bitcoins every single day getting in towards the market. And of course, in approximately 2.5 years from now on, it will be every single day approximately 400 to 500 Bitcoins getting in towards the market. So this will be having such a positive effect on the market, and this is going to just be extremely exciting. Of course, in the drop-off where China was running out here, then we got like an issuance of an approximately 400 Bitcoins a day here, because there were a lot of miners stepping out of the market, so it's pretty exciting that we got that. So yeah, pretty cool to see, let me quickly check up on Bitcoin. Bitcoin moving up ever so slightly, trading about 59k once again here, so it's lovely to see here. So for the last remaining 3 million Bitcoin to mine here, yeah. I mean, yeah, pretty exciting. Of course, the last 11% is going to be the hardest part here. We're almost on 90%, guys, in terms of the circulating Bitcoin supply here. Pretty crazy. So yeah, pretty cool. Smash the like for you, mate. That's truly amazing to know here. Guys, we're right now 7 likes away. By the way, before getting further into our account, we're right now 7 likes away before smashing it up to 400 likes. Guys, can we smash it up to 400 likes? That will be a crazy target if we could do so. 400 likes, can we smash it up on today's stream here? That will be truly appreciated. So only 6 likes right now away from it, and I really want to be reaching it. Bitcoin forming an inverse shows on the 1 hour candles. So let me quickly check out on the 1 hour candles. I mean, by the way, yeah, you could be maybe approaching like an inverse head and shoulders. For sure, true. For sure, possible. What we're basically approaching, like, if Bitcoin is going to see then this increasement back towards this range high here, yeah, Bitcoin could be for sure create such kind of a structure. So you can see over here, left shoulder getting formed there, then you're forming the head over here, then you're forming the right shoulder over here, and then you're seeing maybe this head and shoulders going to get played out over here. So yeah, for sure possible. If we're going to see so, could be having a relatively positive effect on the market. But yeah, for sure, what I have been saying already several times here, as long as we're going to be holding on towards this horizontal range over here, I personally do see a continuation towards the upside as well. Right now, the big task that Bitcoin is getting here is, of course, a breakthrough of this range high. And if we're going to do so, if we're going to be breaking this downward slope resistance line, yeah, we could be in for this massive continuation towards higher targets here. So that's, of course, a thing that I'm looking forward towards. My son is mining his Bitcoin on this GPU here. Lol, I mean, I've tried it several times before. I've got a pretty good GPU, but I'm not mining Bitcoin because I think I'm just going to get my GPU here. Not going to do it. I mean, I don't care about mining Bitcoin. I mean, enough people do it right now, and some people get very excited about mining, etc. If you want to be mining, I mean, yeah, you get like $1 a day or so. So I don't really care about that, to be honest. So it could be, of course, very funny. But for sure possible. So we got already 420 likes here, so it's pretty cool here. Super bullish if that happens, for sure true. So yeah, this is going to be very bullish if Bitcoin is going to be playing out here. If Bitcoin is going to just, in general, going to be holding on towards this horizontal support line, like I already told you guys about, Bitcoin is going to see this continuation towards the highs. It's going to be breaking through of this resistance line and going to flip it into support. This is going to be extremely bullish retest, and this could be leading for a massive continuation towards higher targets. So if Bitcoin is going to create a structure like this here, I see the market coming up very, very quickly. So looking forward towards it here. Wait till you see your electricity bill. I mean, guys, if you don't know already, the inflation in electricity in the USA is 64%. In the Netherlands, it's 38%. So, well, a lot of people are getting fooled here in the world because, like a lot of people are getting fooled here because people see, like there's so much dollars getting printed in the USA, right? And people don't see the realized inflation because maybe the grocery store, the price of the items there are maybe increasing with 4%. So if you're going to get your groceries, it's going to rise maybe 4% next year. But if you're going to pay your electricity bill, it's in the Netherlands in this case, going to be rise 40%. In the USA, it was like 68%. So this inflation in certain niches, like you as well have like bricks from houses. They have an inflation of 186% this year alone. We've got like wood, who got like 800% inflation. Wood is crazy amount of inflation. Of course, there are some different things attached to that as well. But as well, inflation is attached towards that one as well. So what we're right now seeing in the world is that like the all-around inflation is maybe what you think not so high, but in certain niches, the inflation is extremely big. So please take that in consideration. It's very important to know that. And electricity is, of course, massively increasing as well because, yeah, in the Netherlands, in this case, it's like the gas is going away, so everything has to go over electricity, so it's pretty interesting. But, I mean, electricity, the bills are massively rising in the past year here, so that's pretty important to know here. So pretty cool. Are you still long? Yeah, for sure, bro, for sure. Supply crunch. Let's get this supply crunch, guys. Let me see what we're going to have here. I'm very excited about it. I just like his exposure to crypto through mining Bitcoin. I don't mind paying a little bit interesting. Yeah, of course, Jason is a very good thing here because if your son is interested in crypto, you're doing it that way. It's a very good job here because you're making him wealthy because he is doing research about the cryptocurrency space here and doing research and getting knowledge out of this space is the most valuable information that you're ever going to have. And I say it right now because it's for myself as well here, because crypto literally changed my life here, and most likely for your son, it will be changing his life as well here. So it's a very good thing and a very good investment you're making. My dad always talks about electricity bills for a few months right now. Yeah, I mean, that is true here. Probably more and more people are going to be talking about it, but yeah, the realized inflation on these electricity bills are crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. I mean, I do get it as a parent. You have to pay your electricity bills. You, let's say, save up money. You every month pay, let's say, $100 US, and next year it's going to be out of nowhere. It's going to be $160 US every single month. So it's a crazy amount of inflation. So keep your eyes wide open on that and just take that in consideration. Let me see. What are your thoughts on the W pattern on the Ethereum price action right now on the daily time frame? So let me quickly go over Ethereum on daily time frame. Ethereum W pattern. I mean, I don't see a W pattern on Ethereum daily time frame. So some people call already a W while we not create even a W. So can't say a W is getting formed right now here. Can't say that yet. Can't say that yet here at least. So that's pretty important to know. You are awesome. Thank you so much, Orange William. Let me see. Yeah, Jason, indeed. It sounds like a very good dad. Sounds like a very good dad. Let me see. Love Stellar Loomis, literally 0 fees. I mean, yeah, Stellar Loomis is good. Stellar Loomis is good. Let me quickly go over Stellar. XLO. I mean, is Stellar doing good? No, it's trading below 40 cents. I mean, it was trading like above 60 cents, even further on. It traded like of 80 cents even. So yeah, Stellar Loomis came down massively. It was of course it had a major hype on it because all the hype from Ripple went to Stellar, and yeah, we right now are MCing basically nothing very special things with Stellar. Yeah, Stellar's a pretty OG crypto. So let me quickly see what it is going to do here. Of course, at the beginning of the year it did a very good job here, but since May it basically got wrecked here. Basically what we can see here is a major resistance zone for Stellar. Stellar has to really break off this range here. As soon as it does do so, it could be having a way further continuation up here. So this is going to be the range high that we have to break. As soon as we're going to break it, we're going to see a much further continuation up here. But as long as Stellar is not going to be breaking this high, it's going to respectively be a little bit more bearish here on the market. So as soon as we're going to be breaking above this range for Stellar, we're going to flip this level into support. As soon as we're breaking above it, it is going to be accumulation zone. Right now, yeah, we could be for sure see some more interesting price action. We are right now seeing that higher lows are getting formed on this market. So higher lows are getting formed there, together with horizontal highs getting formed. It looks to be some kind of an ascending triangle. Ascending triangle is a typical bullish bias pattern. So yeah, let's see how it's going to be playing out here. I can't draw a straight support line right now here, but it looks like we are forming, of course, some particular big and good bullish momentum on this market right now here. No bullish or bearish average, what I currently can spot easily for you guys out there. What I can see right now is, of course, that the market has to be forming in the clear downward sloping resistance line from the highs here, where we could be still retest potentially, as well. We're forming a downward sloping support line, and we're creating maybe some kind like a parallel channel here. So that's, of course, pretty interesting what we're currently having on this market. In terms of momentum, it is not losing or making insane bullish momentum or making its insane bearish momentum, so that's pretty interesting to see here. If I'm going to look at the 1 hour candles, I think we can see some patterns unfolding right now here. You can clearly see resistance lines getting formed from the highs here, together with an upward sloping support line on the lows. But maybe already got maybe what we already saw right now breakdown from. So just like Bitcoin, as well, Stellar Loomis is losing some momentum right on even in short term. So yeah, they could be having a little bit more of a bearish effect over here. But yeah, general, it's right now going to once again come down to Bitcoin. I mean, if Bitcoin is going to continue its trend down here, it's going to be Stellar Loomis that's going to continue its way down as well. Because yeah, since Bitcoin came down, Stellar Loomis came down at approximately 25%, 29% even. So yeah, pretty interesting. Maybe it could be forming some kind of a double bottom right now here. This could be having a positive effect on the market in the continuation for the days ahead of us right now. So yeah, looking very much forward towards how it is going to be performing like from this point here. So yeah, looking forward towards. So Avers was saying, for VeChain, I got some longs ready. What is your buy target at this moment? So I already discussed my buy target for VeChain. I've set another order up for 12 cents. So if we're going to really come down here, I will be accumulating another place of 12 cents here. 12 cents, of course, coming together with this previous resistance of 12 cents here. That's going to be most likely holding us up very well here. But yeah, in general, I think that accumulating spot, especially into my VeChain positions, is going to be very valuable. Right now, for the imminent short term, yeah, we did maybe broke this upper sloping support line that we could generate over here. So you can see clearly to create an upper sloping support line, we broke this, we broke down, and right now we're moving down ever so slightly. As well, from top side, we still have this major, not from there. And from the top side, we're still having this downwards resist line from these highs that we're currently getting generated. So that's going to be as well, respectively, still important to be breaking through, of course. And excuse me, I can't draw at all today. But yeah, you can clearly see, yeah, downwards resist line still getting formed there. Important to keep my eyes wide open on this range here, and it's going to be quite crucial to see where the market is heading towards from this point. But so far, yeah, we are still forming. If we're going to zoom out ever slightly higher low, higher low, higher low, as soon as we're going to form a lower low than this low over here, yeah, we could be maybe running down ever so slightly, and then my real targets are going to be 12 cents here. But in the end of the day, if I'm going to look like to the daily time frame, I think VeChain is a good buy here, and that's the reason why I do like VeChain right now here, is because on the higher time frames, it is looking like a very strong buy here, and of course, in terms of the fundamentals, it's ready for a major leg up here. So yeah, looking forward towards it. Let me see. So, yeah, Bitcoin, of course, getting rejected ever so slightly from our resistance zone. So, yeah, of course, nothing very special playing out right now today here. Thank you guys, by the way, for smashing up the subscribers like crazy today. But yeah, nothing very special playing out today here. Not a lot of volatility. We have been not experiencing a major pump here yet today. So that's pretty interesting what we are seeing here. Let me see. Hey Rover, there are many ways to take profits on BYBIT. Can you please explain to me in 5 minutes how to do so? It's very simple. You can either limit short against your own position. So you can set a limit order. Let's say you want to be taking profits on 60k here. You set a limit order of $60,000. You have like right now in a $1 million US dollar quantity. So I'm in a $1 million US dollar trade here. Let's say I want to close 50%. I type in 500k because that's the half of the position. So you're going to short against your position. You could be either as well just market, market, and you can clearly select how much you will close, and then you will be closing that much on that current point of recording, so on that current time of the market price. So if I want to close right now 50%, I just market close real quickly, and I sell it for the 58.8k. And if you really have a target and you want to be sleeping or whatsoever, you just press up limit and you short against your position with the amount of quantity you want to be closing. It's as simple as that. It's not very hard. And otherwise, if you want to be closing your trade completely, you set a take profit or you take or stop loss or whatsoever, right? So it's not very hard to do so. It's very easy and done with a few clicks here. But guys, right now I do want to be wrapping up the stream here, so unfortunately I have to be heading out right now here. So yeah, today I want to be once again thank you guys so much for watching to this amazing stream here. Tomorrow I will be once again back with another stream here on the channel. Tomorrow I will be trying to do another 3 to 4 hour stream here, so if you do look forward towards tomorrow's stream here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Yeah, of course, don't forget to ring the bell notifications as well, so you're not going to miss out on any of these further streams we're going to do in the channel. Next week is going to be a whole week here once again with exciting streams here, exciting price action, especially for Bitcoin, because it's going to be expiration week here. So guys, don't forget to be there tomorrow as well here. Of course, later today I will be for sure drop out another video or drop out another stream here. So I will be doing another stream later today if we're going to see important price action. Of course, depends of course on the time, if I'm at home or if I'm not asleep, of course. But if I'm going to be available, I will be right away doing another stream or another update video. So if you're subscribed to this channel, you'll be definitely not missing out if we're going to get another volatile move here on the market, or if we're going to see an important signal that we have to be discussing with you guys out there. But nevertheless, guys, thank you so much for watching once again to do today's stream here. Hopefully I get to see you guys back tomorrow in another stream here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.